so good. The two strands.
I had a single strand of this earlier. Because I've only done, this is my second show of the day, which we reserved for you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, for you.
Robin and I, we were on this morning, and we had a Hubei strand that blew out. I mean, and so I'm gonna tell you.
We're doubling it up.
We double it up. This is antique turquoise. It's the best way to explain it. Now, this is different in the fact that you not only have Hubei, but, okay, show me the different varieties.
Yep, look at all this. It's all built into this.
Yeah, okay, and this is probably...
one necklace.
This is something that you have to see.
When you say antique, what do you mean? Okay,
this is antique turquoise. The Hubei in this, and you can see, you can tell the Hubei from the Iron Mountain. The Iron Mountain is more of the brown type material that we get, and I did that as an accent. All of the nuggets in here, all these nuggets are Hubei. And they're Hubei spiderweb. You've got all the different colors of Hubei. This is truly antique turquoise. You can't get this. These mines, Hubei turquoise was the original turquoise mine in China. Or the turquoise, there were several different mines, but in the Hubei region. This is what started it all in the 60s, in the late 60s. It really boomed in the 70s. What most people don't know, it wasn't the Chinese government, the Chinese people that actually brought this material to the United States or even brought it to fruition. It was Americans, and they were all from the Southwest. They were all, I know a lot of them personally. Yes. Unfortunately, a lot of them have passed away now. But they all came from New Mexico and Arizona, some for Utah and a few from Colorado. But they were the original adventurers. They were the point men. They went to China. China was a closed society, right? You weren't allowed. I mean, you know, people don't realize this. You know, it's only been less than, 60 years, 70 years that China's been open where you could actually go into it. The original, you couldn't even trade in China. The original was Shenzhen that they opened up. You know, the closest thing you had was Hong Kong. So China was a closed society. You know, they did allow for tourism and things like that, but you couldn't do business there. American miners literally went over when they did open it up. They showed them not only, you know, the value, what, you know, the good turquoise was as opposed to the bad turquoise. They showed them how to mine it. They showed them mining techniques. They trained them. Then they did the most important thing in the world. They gave a market for it.
Right.
So this is, it's got a lot of history for me, and there's just so much that it goes back to. Okay, Hubei, unfortunately, because this area where they were mining it, the mining practices at that time, you didn't have just one company actually controlling the deposit. It was like the California gold fields. So you might have 50 different people that are mining the same deposit, the same mine. So, and this is all hard rock mining. So you got one guy mining up here, another guy mining from the side, another guy's coming up down through the middle. And what happened is, over the years, they didn't shore anything up. They were just chasing the veins. Ooh. They had torrential rains, which happens a lot in mining, and it collapsed this, made it really dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
And so the government actually came in, they closed it all down. All of this material, the reason I call it antique turquoise, all of this material was collected. This was mined in the 60s, maybe through the mid-70s, okay? And then it was shut down. And there was no more of this material coming out. This all comes from private collections. I had a friend who spent 3 years going around to the little villages in Hubei, and he bought all this nugget material, this turquoise material, from the local villagers that either they were miners at one time, or maybe they had a family member that was a miner, or they had a parent that was a miner. And, you know, my mother's side of the family is the mining side of the family, right? Right. And I guarantee you, my Uncle Gene had some of the coolest specimens you'll ever see in your life. Now, those all came out of mining operations that he mined in. Now, I'm sure that you weren't supposed to take those home, but some of it was stuff that he actually owned the mining and, you know, had the claim. But my point is, miners don't take the junk home, right? They only take the premium stuff. They take the collector stuff that you're going to see. Where they saw that and they said, man, I'll never see another piece like this. These stones down here, this Hubei turquoise right now, I won't tell you, I don't even know if you could put a value on these. These come from my private collection that I collected over the years. From the different mines, from the different mining operations that I went to. You cannot buy this on the commercial market. When these are gone, they're gone. Okay, we made as many as we can, and then that's it.
We're in that final 100 or so.
You don't have any more to make. But these are all natural nuggets. All we did was take the natural nugget and we fine-tune what Mother Nature gave us. So you have almost like, you can see here, you can actually see the nuggets. You can see where we do what they call edge grinding. Edge grinding takes the least material away from it, so you still have the weight, keeps your costs down, gives you that natural look. But this is an amazing, amazing look, and it's antique. It's antique turquoise. This isn't something that's being mined now, hasn't been mined since, like I said, the oldest material in this necklace was harvested in the mid-70s at best, okay? All of this died, and it all died. In 1976, turquoise was the bicentennial stone in America, right? For our anniversary. Yeah. It was the bicentennial stone. That means a lot, right?
Of course.
That's when these mines started shutting down. You started seeing this material late 60s. I was introduced to it in the early 70s when I first got into the business. And that's where you saw these amazing spider webs and all this. And at that time, think about this. This was highly coveted, but at that time, there were over 27 commercially active turquoise mines. So this is something that even if we tried to repeat it, right? Even if we tried to redo this and actually bring it back again, it's impossible.
They're going.
You don't. That's why you're not seeing this as a today special, because there is no 5,000 of these.
I'll let you know when they're gone.
There is no 10,000.
Now let me ask you this: is this never coming back?
Absolutely not. I mean, we're
this is the last of it.
Well, we're just going through the
tiny little bit
last things that we can do, and we're kind of putting them together.
This is a very generous necklace.
This was a 3-year process for us where we went out, bought, collected. Can you imagine how much money we tied up over the years?
I'm sure.
And we just had buckets. And then you had to sort it by color, because you could see with the Hubei, every deposit, every mine had a different look to it, a different matrix to it.
So
it was just unbelievable. But I got to tell you,
Iron Mountain,
this is literally, the Iron Mountain is the brown.
The brown part, right there.
And that's that comes out of Iron Mountain. That's the matrix portion. And I did that to, I used the Hubei nuggets for the color, and then the brown was a contrast for it.
You did a beautiful job.
I think it's really close, because they they offset each other just so well.
This is selling out, guys. This is selling out. If you're on the line, we are going to count you in. Is that true, Producer Pat? I mean, we only have 46 left and counting down. Okay, so that's it. If you weren't able to select this, because it does sell out before your order is finished up or before you speak to someone, then